Hey guys, do me a favor, before the video gets started, go below, hit thumbs up, and subscribe. It really helps with the YouTube algorithm. But today, here in front of us, on the left, we have the OnePlus 12. Very good device. Absolutely love it. I've had the OnePlus 12 for nearly a year now, if not exactly a year. OnePlus 13, of course, that's a brand new device, officially released here in the US about a month ago. And I wanted to make this video to kind of go more in depth with the software and user interface experience on these devices, because I'm sure a lot of people are wondering, is the upgrade really worth it from a OnePlus 12 to a OnePlus 13? We're going to kind of explore Oxygen OS on both of these devices. Let's go ahead and jump into settings. We're going to scroll down. We're going to go to About Phone. Same thing over here, About Device. As you can see, OnePlus 13, OnePlus 12, Oxygen OS 15. Let's tap on that to show you guys. Now the OnePlus 12 is on the January 1st security patch, and for some reason the OnePlus 13 is on December 5th. So I'm not sure how the OnePlus 12 is more up to date, but let's go ahead and check for updates on the OnePlus 13. It says we're up to date. If we scroll down a little bit, let's tap on version on the OnePlus 12. Do the same thing on the OnePlus 13. Look at the version number, and if you look at the last three digits, 503 on the OnePlus 12, 405 on the OnePlus 13. So, but if you look at the kernel version, the OnePlus 12 says 6.1.75, OnePlus 13 says 6.6.30. Now both of these are the 16 gig RAM, 512 gigabytes of storage. Now if we go into storage on both of these devices and we scroll down a little bit, I find it interesting that the system is 8.48 gigabytes, whereas on the OnePlus 12 it's 8.11. But if you look at other, it's much, much higher, pretty much double on the OnePlus 12, 17.9 gigabytes versus 9.77 gigabytes on the OnePlus 13. And for some reason, we've discovered a minor difference between these two devices. Overall, I mean, I wouldn't go off of these numbers right here at the top. I'm pretty sure I have every single app the same on each of these devices, but it says I'm using 73.8 gigabytes on the OnePlus 12, 64.5 on the OnePlus 13. You see here at the bottom of the 13 there is a cleanup option, whereas on the OnePlus 12 there is not. So let's tap cleanup on the OnePlus 13. It says welcome to Phone Manager and app for junk file cleanup and virus scanning. Let's agree and continue. Let's see what this is about. Allow Phone Manager to send you notifications. I'll allow it for now. If it becomes annoying, you can always turn it off. It gives us an option here to add a storage cleanup widget to the home screen. I'm just going to skip on that for now. I'm curious what it's going to clean up. I don't want it to... Okay, so it says it can clean up a little bit for Facebook, photos, videos. Let's tap on videos. Recently deleted, more videos. At the top here, let's click on View Details. It says we have 7 gigabytes of cache, which I guess you can technically clean that up, but whatever apps you're using will probably just recache everything. So, why not? Let's go ahead and do that. System boost, viruses and risks. Not sure why that's not an option on the OnePlus 12, but again, that's kind of minor things. I don't really typically look for stuff like this on devices, but still pretty neat. So now it says 57.1 gigabytes versus 73.8. Now for the other, 6.79 gigabytes on the 13 and 17.9 on the OnePlus 12. Apparently we can't do anything about that. So that's the first minor difference we've come across here. Now for the most part, if you look at the settings app between these two, they are nearly identical. It's only when you start jumping in, kind of deeper into the settings that you'll notice some minor differences. For example, if we go to sounds and vibrations, I mentioned this in my review, and if we scroll down and we tap on sound effect settings, do the same here on the OnePlus 13, you can't change the sound effects settings, so that's the first minor difference between these two. Again, I mentioned that in my review. As you can see, you have all the same settings on the OnePlus 12 that you have on the OnePlus 13, NFC, VPN, Android Auto, Multi-Screen Connect, Share with iPhone, Link to Windows. Let's take a look at wallpapers and style. If we scroll down just a little bit here and we take a look at all the different customizations, wallpapers always on display, font options. Let's quickly take a look at font options. Same exact fonts between these two devices. Let's take a look at always on display. You have 6 personalized options on both, 7 system options. So it looks like these are nearly identical in terms of the always on display customization. Same options here. You can adjust the icon size. You can choose to hide app names, which is what I do. I think it's a more clean look. So you have a total of 7 color themes to choose from. You can also do custom on either device. Fingerprint animation. Let's take a brief look at that. So on the OnePlus 12 you have Halo, Fizz, Bubble, Stardust, Cosmos, Ripple, Stripe, and Fireworks, or none at all. On the OnePlus 13, by default it's set to Melodic Stream. You also have Halo, Fizz, Bubble, Stardust, Swirl, Flare, Sparks, Ripple, or none. So a little bit different between the two, but still plenty of options on either device. Edge lighting is available on both with the same 3 color options. This is a pretty neat feature for if you use always on display. If you want to use edge lighting, you will have to enable always on display. And so what happens is when you get a notification, it will light up the edges of your device depending on the color you choose. Let's take a look at home screen and lock screen on both devices. Now on both of these, I like the home screen with drawer. But if you look here on the OnePlus 12, if you tap on with drawer, you have some options. Add new apps to your home screen, show suggested apps, and the drawer layout, which is pretty neat, 4 columns or 5 columns. And also you can change the home screen layout, so whatever grid you want, up to a 5x6. But for some reason over here on the OnePlus 13 these options are grayed out. I'm not sure if I've changed a setting that prevents me from tapping on those, but they're grayed out. They both have icon pull down gesture, global search in the app drawer. For some reason I have enabled on the OnePlus 12 but not the 13. You can lock the layout so items on your home screen won't move around by accident. Let's just go ahead and turn that on the OnePlus 12. Double tap to lock is available on both. Here are the options for swipe down on the home screen. I've always preferred to have it be my notifications and quick toggles. You could do global search or shelf, and all of those options are available on the 13 as well. Show search at the bottom, animation effect, so you have either enhanced or standard on both. I prefer enhanced. So for the most part, settings are the same between these two. Now, I also mentioned this in my review. If we tap on Manage Apps, as you can see on the OnePlus 12, it says Display RAM Information. That's not available here on the OnePlus 13. Now, what that looks like, if you swipe up and hold to get to your recent apps, down here at the bottom it says 6.4 gigabytes available out of 16. It's just a quick way to know how much RAM is available on your device. And if we do the same over here on the 13, swipe up, recent apps, it's no longer there. Let's do that side by side. So no RAM information below the clear all button. Now under display and brightness, you have the same options on both devices. Let's take a look at the notifications and quick settings section. Let's go under status bar. I prefer to do not show battery percentage, and I like the horizontal battery style. And the options are the same on both devices for the battery style. And you can choose which icons to show and not show in the status bar. So in terms of notifications and quick settings, this area looks pretty much identical, which is pretty much the overall theme of this video, is other than some minor differences between some settings on the OnePlus 12 and 13. It's a nearly identical user experience. If we take a look at the notification pane, there's the first swipe down, second swipe down, nearly identical. Let's press and hold to get more options. Wallpapers, icons, widgets, layout, different transitions on the home screen. Okay, so if you guys made it this far in the video, I found out why if we go into the home screen and lock screen settings, the reason it was initially grayed out on the OnePlus 13 is because I had the lock screen layout locked. So that makes sense. That's why you can't change the layout if you have it locked. We can also take a look at the smart sidebar. Other than maybe I've put some different apps between them, it's the same thing. If we jump into an article here from the Google News feed, let's just jump into that one. And then we'll jump into that one. If we swipe out the smart sidebar, you can see they both have the same AI options. So yeah, the user experience between the OnePlus 12 and OnePlus 13 is nearly identical, which is kind of to be expected. OnePlus 12 is only a 1-year-old device, still chugging along, more than fast enough to do just about anything you need to do. Same amount of RAM, same amount of storage, same type of storage. So really, there's no need to upgrade, and I'm sure that's leaving some of you wondering why I upgraded. And really, it's just for me to make content. I like having the latest and greatest. But if it weren't for this whole YouTube thing and this being my passion and my hobby, I definitely would not be upgrading. OnePlus 12 is still a fantastic device in 2025 and through the remainder of this year. I appreciate you watching, and I'll catch you in the next video.